Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk about Black Ink Crew, New York, season 6, episode 2. Let's get started. Let's talk about the shop. Melanie's at the shop. There's Donna, Walt, and Ted, Young Bay, Kev, and all that other good stuff. Everybody's there. You know what I mean? They're about to open up the shop. Melanie is about to unveil what the new Black Ink 113 looks like. They open up the shop. It looks good. It looks nice. Melanie got good taste. She knows how to design. She knows how to do a thing. She's doing a good job. It's cool. Everything's on point. Everybody likes the shop. They like the job. They like everything. But Melanie and Walt gets into it a little bit. Basically, they get into it because you know Melanie's talking about all the hard work she did. She put her blood, sweat, and tears up into this shop, and Walt was like, I'm the rat slayer. Even Ted likes the shop though. Ted likes the shop, so that's cool. Ted was like, he likes the floors. Ted was like, there's no rats, all this other stuff. And Walt is like, thanks to me, there ain't no rats because I picked up them rats. He didn't say one rat. We saw a picture of one rat, so I guess there was more than one rat or whatever. So, anyways, and so that's what Melanie said. Well, you should have picked up the rat or whatever. You should be king of the rats because you know what I did? I designed, I cleaned this place, I did all this, I did all that. And he was like, whoopee fucking do. You just, you want a biscuit? I was like, well, why you have to go there? Melanie, why you have to go there? Mel, why you have to go there? So, anyways, everybody's laughing. They're like, oh, ooh, instigating drama, basically. You know how that goes. So, it's all good. So basically, Mel's all talking about, I want to throw a party and all that other good stuff. But basically, then Ted says that Ted, not Ted, but Walt says like, hey, the shop looks like a high class dentist office. I was like, what? Why you got a shade? Well, I was like, this looks like an upscale dentist office. I was like, yo, why you gotta go there? But I was like, Ted likes the shop. Ted was like, yo, you doing good because Ted thinks that Melanie's a tree people. She talks to the trees and shit like that. And so, anyways, so he's cool with the situation. Everybody's cool with the shop. Everybody likes the shop. Everybody's feeling it. They want to get back to making money. They want to get back to business, get back to doing what they do or whatever. So it's all good. And so, and so, guess who walks up in the shop? None other than Caesar himself and Skye. They walk in like they're the king and queens of Harlem shops, tattoo shops, Black Ink 113. They walk in, they're like, yo, immediately, Ted puts his head down because he thinking Caesar's gonna be on some stuff. He thinks Caesar's gonna be on some bull. So he puts his head down, whatever, and then he looks up and he's looking at Caesar, whatever, and then Caesar's looking around. And I was like, C's, you better not go in. You better not say nothing negative. C's, if you play Melanie and say that this is whack or whatever, I'm going to be upset with you because you should have been involved if you didn't really want her to make all the final decisions. So, anyways, C's is like, yeah, this is nice. He loves it. It's cool, calm, collected. It's on point. He likes it. He likes it the way it's like. I'm like, yay, Melanie, you did a good job. And then, Skye, she's giving her accolades to the situation. She was like, yeah, this shop looks nice, good taste. She's feeling it. It's all good. So I was like, yes, thank goodness that they like in the shop or whatever. And so that's when, they're getting ready to have a drink or whatever and celebrate or whatever. But that's when Skye was like, yo, you know that girl Dustin, she's out here coming after me. She did the interview with my son. She's doing this, she's doing that, and all this other good stuff. And so, she's like, and so that's when Donna was like, yo, I want to beat her down. I want to drag her through the mud. I want to take them dreads and Wally mop her or whatever. So, anyways, Skye was like, yeah, she's coming after me and she's doing this just to get at Caesar or whatever. And Caesar was like, this shop reminds him of no Duchess. It doesn't look like Duchess has ever been in the shop. It's so different. So he's feeling good about the shop because there ain't no Duchess around and all that other good stuff. I was like, yo. So then we skip over to C's and Ted, they go visit their moms or whatever. So you got C's mom there, and you have Ted mom there. Basically, they're talking about C's running around, spreading his semen, spreading his, Johnson all around town or whatever, and all this other good stuff. And C's mom called him a thought, and he was like, I didn't even know my mom know that word thought. Yeah, you that right over there, C's. And so basically, they crack on C's for a while, but then it got serious. It got real in depth. That's when, we learned that Ted talks about his brother and what happened to his brother. His brother's been locked up for 4 years. His name is Michael. He has another brother that's in prison serving a life sentence, and his brother got locked up, for 4 years. There's no evidence. He hasn't been charged with anything yet, basically, and he doesn't have any bail. There's no evidence against him and all that other good stuff. So it's like, they're holding him captive without a reason why. And so basically his brother's been charged with, gang murder, conspiracy, all that other stuff, basically. And so Ted is like, damn, that's my younger brother. I raised him. I did this. I did that for him. And I totally understand where Ted's coming from, because I remember not a couple of years ago, a long time ago, my younger brother and his best friend were walking home, whatever, and a cop pulled them over and was like, yo, you guys shouldn't be out here walking around or whatever, because there's a lot of cops out here, especially when they first started community policing in my old neighborhood. And he was saying that, a lot of these cops, a lot of the Caucasian cops are out here trying to lock up black males, give them felonies so they can't get jobs, so they can't work, and they can constantly be in the system, and they can chase them down like animals. And so he was telling them to stay in school and all this other good stuff. So I understand where, Ted is coming from about the system. And the system is no joke, especially if you're innocent, especially if somebody put a charge on you, because I did a review about a guy, it's in my movie playlist, review a movie playlist. This guy was locked up for almost 25 years, and he was innocent. He couldn't have made any crime, and it actually happened in Brooklyn, New York. They picked him up. People said that the cops were faulty. Everybody was faulty, and they put him in jail for 25 years, man. So anyways, sometimes people think like, oh, you're bad. Oh, you deserve to go in jail. Oh, you lying. Nah. The system is really messed up out here in these streets for a lot of black males. So anyways, moving on to that, basically they want C's to come to the court, basically with, Ted and his mother, because it shows family support, showing that he has people supporting him. And also it probably gives a little bit of validity to have VH1 cameras. But we get to the court, and basically we find out that his brother's child has been removed to another 30 days. He's going to have to stay behind bars. Ted is talking about his brother looks like he has no hope. He has no will. He's losing his hair. He doesn't look right. He just look like he's dead inside because of the situation. And basically there's nothing Ted can do with the situation. C says he's going to do everything he can to help, Ted and his other cousin out as well. But right now, it's just like your back is up against the wall, especially in the system, especially if you don't have anybody in the system, especially if you don't have the best attorney, especially have an attorney that knows, the judges, the other lawyers, the prosecutors, because it's all about who you know. It's not really about the money you got, but who you know and who's willing to stick their neck out for you. So that's a sad situation, straight up. And so then, we talk about C's is just really trying to act like he's over Duchess, but he's not over Duchess, because he always brings Duchess up. And Duchess did an interview today on the Breakfast Club, and she was throwing all types of shot at C's, and she had receipts. That's the crazy thing. So anyways, we move to C's, and Ted, they go to the doctors, whatever. Ted wants C's to get checked out because he's been out here spreading his Johnson around town, especially in Atlanta. So they go to the doctors. They do a STD test on C's to make sure he's okay. C's finds out that he can actually catch an STD having oral sex, or having somebody forming fellatio on him. And so he's like, I didn't know that. This is all brand new. C's, you shouldn't have sex if you don't know how you can actually catch an STD. That's not cool. That's not a good look. But anyways, at least he's being responsible with Ted. Ted is taken to get checked out. For Ted to worry about you having STD is crazy, because Ted used to be down with the mixie. Ted used to be all up in it. And Ted looks so different this season. He looks so mature. He looks very handsome. And it's like, damn, Ted, you've been going through this with your brother all this time? Like, you didn't tell us about your other brother being locked up. Now your brother Michael facing, life in prison for like a gang murder. And basically Ted says that his brother was just hanging out with three other friends. And basically in New York, if you're hanging out with more than two people, you consider a gang. And the cops just roll up on him and just took him in, basically. And some people don't believe like things like that happen, but it does happen each and every day. It's been happening since the 80s, since you know what I'm saying, since the 70s, for black males, basically people to make their bones. Because watch American Gangster, you know. So anyways, moving on from that, it's like, damn. And so Ted brother doesn't get the bail. Caesar's getting an STD test, and he doesn't know he can catch a disease by getting fellatio. So it's like, oh, come on, Caesar. Like, what's going on with the situation? This does not sound good. This does not sound cool. And so then we move on to Donna. Donna's talking about Max getting out of jail. She's upset with that situation. She goes to play tennis with Young Bay. She goes to play tennis with Miss Kitty. And I'm so liking that Miss Kitty, it can be around C's and not sweating that C's is with other females and with other women and things like that. She ain't stressing it. Like, it's all good. Like, she ain't hating. Like, and they can actually have a work relationship without her being like jealous or anything like that. So I do like that. And so anyways, they're chilling, they're playing tennis. Donna is trying to release all her stress about Max getting out, because he's supposed to be doing 15 years. And so she ends up hitting Miss Kitty with the ball. Then when she hit Miss Kitty with the ball, it's done, it's over. But Miss Kitty was like, you know what, it's all good as long as you got your stress out. And so Young Bay was like, yo, I think you need a baseball bat, a scarecrow, and a garbage can, and burn. And Miss Kitty was like, next time I'm gonna get you a punching bag so you can relieve your stress. And so Miss Kitty, so Kat and Bay was like, Miss Kitty, you still look beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with your face. You still look good. Don't worry about it. And so guess who shows up? Mo. Mo is Donna's new boyfriend. He shows up. He has a present for Mo. And he has a present for Donna, and it's a little puppy. It's beautiful. It's so cute, and she's so happy, and I'm glad. But I just don't know how Donna's going to take care of Puppy. But maybe she can take care of Puppy. I could be totally wrong, but she got this puppy, and she's feeling good about it. And why do Donna have on these blue wigs? Is she down with Love and Hip Hop New York? What's good with that? What's good with this blonde wig, Donna? Come on. Donna's pretty, but these wigs just be taking her looks away. So anyways, and then you got, what's his name? So as everyone's chilling in the shop or whatever, guess who walks in? Mel's, baby father, baby daddy. It says underline her partner. No, that's her baby daddy. He walks in, he got a yellow envelope, and he's like, yo, he brings it out to the back, and he's yelling, he's screaming, and he's telling her, hey, listen, you got a bill from the IRS. It's $30,000 you owe. You need to pay. Where did this come from? She was like, oh, it could be a mistake. I don't know, whatever. And so he's yelling, he's screaming, and she was like, yo, calm down. I'm at work. You don't embarrass me. Like, yo, I know you want to be on camera. I know you want your camera time, dude, but chill out, relax. You dogging me out on camera. And so it doesn't look like it's real, but maybe it is real. Maybe this is a real tax bill. It doesn't look like it's real. It looks like it's fake. His actions were fake. Her action was fake. Like, why do Mel owe $30,000? She got property and shit? Like, what's good? Like, how does she owe $30,000 if it's not student loans? If it's false identity, like, what property do she own that she owes $30,000? It doesn't make any sense. Unless she hasn't paid taxes in 50 years, and she ain't even 50. So it don't make sense. So we'll see what happens or whatever. So basically, Mel is trying to get, her baby daddy to calm down, and he leaves, and he's acting all ignorant. He was like, they coming after both of us. Like, they ain't coming after you, dude, because you ain't married. Remember, you did a friendship ceremony. You jumped into the water in Puerto Rico, right? That was in Puerto Rico. You jumped into the water. You got tattoos of a ring on your hand. You guys are not married, so the money's not coming from you, but the money that she brings into her income would have to go to pay that bill. And he was like, you ain't making enough money at this place. You ain't making enough money at Black Ink. So basically trying to tell Mel that she needs to step her game up. And like, yo, he ain't supportive at all. He ain't supportive with the child. He ain't supportive with this tax bill. He's just angry and upset. Why you opening Mel? We ain't married. Don't open up my Mel. We ain't married. For real. And so we get Skye. She meets up with her mom or whatever. Basically, she's talking to her mom about the situation that went down with Duchess doing an interview with her son Genesis, and basically she asked her mom the question like, yo, what happened to my kids or whatever, because I was locked up at 19. Like, she was 19 years old or whatever, but the story says that she was younger than that when it was doing the interview. So anyways, she says, so the mom says like, I got bipolar, I was on drugs, I used substance abuse and all that other good stuff. And so I was in the shelter. I met the Raymonds or whatever their name is. She met the Raymonds or the Raymonds or whatever. She met them, and they were beautiful to Skye kids. I don't know how she meet people in the shelter. All of a sudden, they was great people. That was from God sent. She sent them to them like, everybody don't do this. Everybody that you do meet ain't got goodwill for your kids. She got lucky that these people had goodwill for her grandkids or whatever. So anyway, Skye says she didn't know nothing about it. She didn't know nothing about the adoption because she was being locked up. But she was being locked up at 19. I know a lot of people that are 19 that can take care of their kids. But if she's not able to take care of kids, there's no beef with Skye having her mom give away the kids with their situation. It's just the stories that we heard that Skye said over the years of what her kids were living like and what they were going through. First, they was twins. First, they was in Dubai. They had the best education. They speak a foreign language. And basically, she was probably lying and trying to make the story sound good so people wouldn't judge her. But then the true story came out from her son. I don't know if it's the true story, but it's part of a true story. And it just makes her look bad because she lied about the situation. And then, they even did a flashback with the baby father, and he apologized to Skye leaving her alone. And he did apologize to her. Basically, he told the story that he was sending money. He was actually in Job Corps trying to get his life together and send money to get an education. And he thought the kids were still with Skye, and he was sending letters, and he was trying to get money taken out of his pay to send to Skye or whatever. But that's when he found out that she didn't have custody of the kids anymore. But he found out 2 years later. So we understand that situation. Nobody's mad with Skye. I'm not mad at Skye from giving her kids away. But it's just the stuff that, she said previous years. And sometimes people do say things, embellish a situation to make it better because they're on national TV. So whatever. So basically, Skye asked her mom, was the adoption illegal? And the mom said yes, adoption was totally illegal. And Skye was like, I didn't know what to do. Skye mom was like, yo, we did the right thing. But Skye was locked up at the time. She was in jail, blah, and the third. So it is what it is. And I don't think Genesis and his father in the interview was mad at Skye for the adoption or all that other stuff. They were mad because they felt like there were lies told on the TV show Black Ink Crew. And things wasn't, done right. And then Genesis said he reached out to his mom years later when she was on Black Ink and asked for sneakers and stuff, and she didn't comply. She didn't reach out to him. So I guess that's where the situation seems very faulty. So anyways, we get that scene. That scene's over. And, basically, we couldn't find Skye's mother last year. She was on a run when, C's and Skye was looking for her in that white Mercedes-Benz. But somehow, some way, we found her this season. And she's telling the truth. She's telling the story. She's telling how it went down. They got her. She's on her medication, it seems, and she's doing well. But last season, we couldn't get in contact with her. So it is what it is. You take whatever you want to take from it. So, anyways, so C's is going to get tested. Hopefully C's does not have an STD, but we find out in the previews that he has some type of STD. Hopefully it's something that is curable, and he'll learn his lessons from the situation, and everybody else would learn that a big butt, a small, big breast, and fake ass, fake titties, fake hair, fake this, fake that might not be all that clean inside. So anyways, and then we get, Melanie's hiring a new tattoo artist because she needs to bring some money in here, because she says that now she found out that she does owe money. She does owe the IRS. For what? Why do you owe the IRS? If you're going to tell us you owe the IRS, tell us why, because I don't see why you owe $30,000 to the IRS. Did you have property you didn't pay for? Student loans, you got a mortgage, or you had a mortgage? Like what? Tell us. Let us know what's good. So anyways, she gotta hire a new person in the shop because basically she needs to bring another tattoo artist, will bring money, ching 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 cheddar, into her pocket, into the shop's pocket, into C's pocket, and hopefully, so he comes in, his name is Alex, but he called himself the Pussy Slayer. And I'm like, zing. a name like that, and everybody start laughing. Melanie's not liking it. She feels like it's disrespectful, it's misogynist, and she don't feel it. And so Melanie's like, get the hell out my shop. But first he goes, that's my name, the Pussy Slayer. I can show you better than I can tell you. And she was like, oh, she almost threw up in her mouth, like, you nasty little young mother coming in here doing all this. She's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Get out. So he gets up and he's about to get out. Caesar was like, nah, stay. You know what? I like this young man. He got swag. I like his style. With a name like that, let's see what he can do. So a girl comes into the shop and she was like, yo, I'm here for the Pussy Slayer. And so she goes back to get her tattoo. Everybody's laughing because she came in and said that name. And people are like, they really call him that? They think it's a big joke or whatever. So she goes back there to get her tattoo. Guess what? His gun is broken. It's not working. It seems very faulty. Hopefully he can really tattoo. Hopefully he can tattoo better than Donna, because that tattoo Donna did last episode looked like an infection, looked like somebody had sugar, diabetes, and their feet and leg has rotten. It's time to chop it off. So his gun is broken. The girl walks off the shop. And then Caesar's like, what's going on? Dude comes out and he was like, yo, my gun is broken. Yo, please give me another chance. You know what I mean? When all the white people turned their back on you and said you couldn't work in that shop, you got a chance. That made you a better person, for you to actually start Black Ink, for you to start your own companies. And I'm just trying to be like you, yo. And Caesar was like, yo, no, this mother effer didn't use the black card. I mean, he used the black card. I mean, Caesar is a nice person. And he does give a lot of second chances because Donna's there. And also, he gave a lot of second chances to Skye. A lot of second chances to Ted when Ted was maxing up. A lot of second chances to oh shit. Where is oh shit at? Like, yo, where's oh shit? So anyways, like, I want to know what's up with his wife and the kid and all that other good stuff. So anyways, C's get the young man another chance or whatever. So the young man's going to get another chance. He's going to come back next time or whatever. So it's all good. The vagina Slayer is out the door. Melanie feel very embarrassed. C's was like, you should have did your research. You don't know his name. She was like, yeah, his name is Alexander, matter of fact. So anyways, vagina Slayer is gone. And so I'm like, damn, you're the vagina Slayer. Kind of names, like, like they be naming weed, like, oh, this is the killer weed, this is that weed, or this is this, or this is that. Sometimes people just be embellishing names or whatever, so it's all good. And so then they get ready to throw the party for the Black Ink. The dude from last year that Kevin was messing around with that got the split tongue? He was there. So I guess he's the DJ, but he was up in there partying. And they got the party going on. Donna got her costume wigs on. She went to Party City. She's chilling. Everybody's there. Everybody at Black Ink is there. Everybody's having a good time. But before then, Skye does tell Donna, like, hey, make sure you stay ready, because I know the dude Max is bad for business. And then Donna also says that, she talks to Maxie, which is Maxie's sister. I don't know why their names rhyme and shit. So anyways, Skye said, like, I witnessed it firsthand that Max threatened her and all this other stuff, and he was going to do all this other stuff with her. So everybody needs to stay ready. Stay ready, Donna. Be on point, so you don't got to get ready. And so Donna says, yes, I did talk to Maxie to ask her about what was going on, like with Max getting out of jail. Was he getting out of jail? Was he getting out of prison? Because it's supposed to be doing 15 years. And so her and her sister got into an argument or whatever, and it's not on good terms. They used to be on good terms, but they ain't on good terms no more. So they partying, and guess who shows up? Maxie. Maxie shows up looking terrible. She got a bowling ball. She got a schoolyard. She got a house. She got a stove. She got a car in her belly, and she got her breasts all the way hanging out, and she got this long wig on. I'm like, yo, what's good? And it didn't look good. And she's not an ugly female, but the outfit she had on was not culture. So anyways, it just didn't match. Like, if she had something wrapped around her, ruffles, something, have a sheet, a curtain, a towel tied around it, it just looked like it was too much. You know what I'm saying? Not the breast part, but just the belly with the breast part. It looks like, she needs to be running in the wild. So anyways, She confronts Donna, was like, why you talking shit about my brother? My brother didn't do nothing to you. And then Donna was like, yes, he did. He did this, he did that to me. He abused me from woman to woman. And then Donna asked her, was like, yo, you gonna tell me that Max didn't beat me up? Max, and she was like, she looked up and she was like, no, lying. And then what also makes her lying is she goes, you stay with him though, you stayed with him after that. So if you say you stayed with him after that, that means that he abused her. So anyway, she co-signed the abuse. Then they getting ready to fight. Homegirl with the house carrying it on her belly, had her hands balled up a little bit while she was talking to Donna. And then Donna pulled out the mace. She pulled out a Duchess number. But before she pulled out the Duchess number and she sprayed the mace, Maxie looked like she got wrecked by security. I don't know if she got wrecked by Donna. And then Maxie came there with her friend. Her friend is in the background talking junk, and she got maced too as well. Security had them on lock, had them on lockdown. The police was at the scene. I don't know if Donna went in on them, but it looks the whole girl weave was messed up. It was shooken up. She was laid down on the ground and things like that. Come on. You're going to come to her turf and try to get at her. You want to be on TV so bad. You didn't clear your brother's name. You messed up your brother's name because you showed that you're just abusive as him, because you came and you confronted her in that way. You could have met her in a restaurant or a diner and talked to her about like, hey, listen, I think you following on my brother's name. Oh, he did this, whatever. But you look bad. So you and your friend look bad. Look like you wanted camera time, Donna's camera time. And so anyways, moving on from that. But before then, Steve brings everybody out to the backyard because he wants to get rid of Dutch's name. Walt was like, I'm so glad. So he's going to spray paint with Dutch's name. Walt was like, I'm so glad that Duchess is not here because she can't talk down on me. She can't do this. She can't do that with her stank attitude. Miss Kitty was like, she can't spray mace and run. And then Donna says, listen, you can't lie and say I mouth raped you when you know you want it. It also brings me back to the beginning when what's her name? Skye was like, yo, I didn't do nothing to, to Duchess. Yes, you did. You did shit to Duchess. Come on, don't act like you treated Duchess like she was normal, like you was nice to Duchess. You did shit. You did dirt to Duchess on camera. So don't act innocent, just like Duchess is doing dirt to you, which is she's not right for either as well. But don't act like you didn't do nothing to Duchess. And she was like, I didn't F Duchess. Only people in here F Duchess was C's and Donna. So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love.